Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? We're back again with a pretty oldie type of video with me actually showing you guys in game right now. So, from my realistic videos that you've been seeing recently, where I've broken down fights I've had against other people and broken down techniques that I use and stuff like that, the biggest mistake that I see from most of the people I go up against in realistics is movement, and they have the right edit, but they edit it at the wrong time and it just makes me have a huge peak on them. So the first edit is the peanut butter peak. This one's it's pretty common. The worst thing people do is that they get the peak ready and they're at the front of the box like this and they just edit like that. And if I'm inside the box like here and you do a peanut butter peak and you just stay right here and edit it, it's a free shot because you don't have a right hand peak at all. Even if you're over here, you don't have a right hand peak. Now another mistake with this is that they do this edit and then they jump and they don't actually really utilize the peak, because when you jump in the air like this, you're still high up here. So if I see your body through the wall, because you can track through these little holes in the wall, and I see you do that, I see you make the edit. Okay, this edit is here. There's a good chance he's going to be right around here, so I can either wait for it and free fire, but I'm really tracking your body through the wall, or I just time it right and shoot you. So what you're supposed to do is that before you finish the edit, you hide yourself. Whether it's, if you're on this side, you run to the left, you finish the edit, you hide, you shoot, you reset, just like that. So it's not edit and then run over here. By the time you run over here, you're going to give away what you're doing. So if you hold the edit, shoot, and then reset like that, but quicker. So it's something like, obviously you shoot, but edit, get the edit ready, and then you shoot. I didn't shoot there, but you get it. That's basically it. And then obviously if you do it with a cone in the box, it's even worse if you edit from back here because you're higher up. So it'll take a longer, because the cone is here, you'll take a longer time to hide your head, especially if you're farther back in the box. I mean, we can just look, my head is probably not visible right here, but if we didn't have the cone, my head is pretty much gone right here. So there's quite the distance that you have to account for. So if you're doing this, it's better to run up, and right before you get to the wall, you want to do the edit, shoot, and then reset, just like that. So that's important. Make sure that before you finish this edit, you're safe, because there's no point to do an edit like this if you're just going to be in the open. And this edit is the same way. Personally, I think this edit can only really be done if there is no cone in the box. Okay? If you have a cone in the box, you can't run up really that far unless you're already up here and go for the shot. And it's kind of difficult, and it pretty much tells you what you're going to do. But if you're already at the front of the box with a cone in here, then this is an edit. But it's just a little weird, just the angle and everything. Plus, he can hide behind it too. Basically, the point of this edit is that you edit the top row like this. Maybe you start with this, and then you can hold the edit and reset. Or, most people, when you hold a wall, and my opponent sees me holding the wall through, like, this wall, he's going to expect, like, something like this. This is a pretty uncommon, but also common edit, if that makes any sense. You want to, as soon as you get the edit ready, you want to run up, and then crouch. Hide behind it, jump, and shoot like that. Obviously, you have something over top of you. So if you get the wall, I'm pickaxing, I get the wall, I'm up, I reset, just like that. So it's like 1, 2, I get the wall, I run up. Again, you have to hold it, shoot. That's kind of the point right here. Don't do a wide open edit like this, because if your opponent's over here and you do this edit and you're right here, he can either abuse this himself and shoot you, or he can just stay back here, shoot you, run out, whatever, attack the wall, get a stare in there, whatever he wants to do. Now you can do it with a cone, but you have to be a little bit quicker, so you might have to go like this. If you notice, when I was ducking down there, my head was still visible, like right here. This edit might be good if you're attacking from the side and you want to surprise them. You want to already be near the front and then do something like it's kind of difficult, like that. Might be possible, but again, if they position themselves in the side of over here, the box, they can still hit you with a good time jump. So just to keep in mind, I'd usually do this if I'm attacking a wall like this, and I would do something like this where I get the right hand peek with the stare instead. But sometimes it isn't bad to hide underneath it and then jump like that. Alright, the next one is an open edit like this. You can do edits like this, okay? For a while, people had the idea that you can't do open edits like this. It doesn't work at all, okay? These edits where you shoot and then reset are still thin, for sure. And please still use them. You don't have to only use the super advanced stuff. You just have to know when to use one and not the other. So biggest mistake when you edit and you just shoot like this. You don't move at all. You just stand in the open. You do the edit. You get shot. Good edit. You run. You hide yourself, and then you re-peek. This is a pretty good edit because when you re-peek, your head is kind of covered by this like arch right here. So you can, when you re-peek, unless your opponent is like right here and he does like some crazy peek like this, even then, it's still like you have a pretty clear vision on majority of the box. So it'd be an easy like that. You don't need to, you flick on your, my opponent's right here, you flick and then you reset. And then you hold it right after. That's a good thing to practice is flick, shoot, don't hit the wall, but like, then you hold the wall right after. Because if you remember from one of my videos ago, when they reset the wall, if they aren't holding it, you can shoot it and then you take it and then go for a play or whatnot. This edit is nice. I actually like doing this edit a lot more than this one because you don't really have anything to hide over here because it cuts off right here, so you can always shoot your lower half. That's why this edit does give you some protection, especially if they're hiding like somewhere back here in the box or if they're up close. Because if they're right here and they're expecting, this edit or a peanut butter peek like this, and you do an open edit like this, you are still somewhat hidden enough where you can kind of peek him. It's going to be, you're probably going to trade, but it won't be the edit he expects. So you'll probably end up hitting him for more than he'll hit you. Now we'll go to the window peaks here. So we have 2 window peaks. You can do the one all the way out here, but it's a little bit difficult in my opinion. So most common mistake, window peaks. You just edit right here. You don't move at all. There's no movement. You just get pumped in the face and that's it. So before you finish the edit, run to, see this little movement I'm doing? Just run to the left, finish the edit. You can either crouch and re-peek or do something like, that's a common one, where you just go like this and shoot back. Obviously the best one in my opinion is to peek like this. Do it quick enough, you can practice the movement, whatnot. It's like reset, hold the wall. Okay? He tries to take it, he doesn't take it, then you attack again. You do it with the middle one, you wait, peek, reset. Now if you wanted to do it with the far left one, you can, but you have to make sure that there is a wall to the left of you right here. Because if this wasn't here, it's kind of a weird angle peek from. I mean, you still have a right hand peek kind of, but it's just a really small sliver, and especially if he owns, like, he's in this box here and he tells that, then he could go something like, then you're right here or something like that. That's why this edit I only like doing when I own the wall to the left, so I use this wall here to already give myself a peek on him if he's in this back corner over here. You can do it here as well, but I like it from over here. So you re-peek like this, and then you own this wall too, so you could even, like, let's say he's boxed up here, I have this edit here, I shoot him, blocks it with the stair, I fake that I'm gonna break this, get low a bit, and then I go like that, hits him, finish it off. Alright, so the last one, this one's similar to the, or not the last one, there's a few more after. This one's similar to this edit here, but instead of having the roof on top, it's completely open. Again, it's best executed when you own the wall to the left. This is like a, run to the left, get the movement in, then re-peek. The big open edit, they don't expect it. It's pretty unique of an edit that most players will not expect. Hold it here, repeat, reset. And it's just a simple reset. You don't flick, you just literally scroll wheel, like as soon as your crosshair gets it back on it. Like, look at this. You just scroll wheel, wants to work. Another edit that's pretty unique, but it's kind of difficult to do in the moment. You have to like practice the movement, is this one right here. Okay, so this is kind of similar to this one, but instead of all the way across, it's only one. And this is good because then your opponent has to hide. Like if you own the cone in here, he has to hide behind here. Usually he's not at the front, like this half of the box up here. So if you own the cone in here and do this edit, oftentimes he'll just fucking jump out and try to psycho you maybe. Or he'll try to hide underneath here, but it's just a weird angle and you're already here, so you can go reset him. Then, do like whatever this, it's kind of hard to edit and release, but that's an edit. So let's haul ass back over here. So this is kind of a common one. Personally, if you do a Mongol Classic or a cone in the box, usually you would, you take the wall, Notice how I'm coming to the right, my opponent's over there, I shoot, I reset, just like that. Do it with a cone, you can do the same thing. Now I'm taking the wall. See, that was a mistake there. I got the cone here, but I placed it before it was on the left. So this is, usually I don't use cones. I attack more with stairs because I feel like there's more I can do with them than cones. So it is something I need to work on. You would get this edit ready and then, you know, run to the left. And then you would, I can't even fucking do it. It would be something where you should be right here when you place the cone so you can dip out. Like that. You want to get the cone in and then repeat. The issue with the cones, in my opinion, and doing an edit that's within these 2 rows is that if your opponent can recognize, okay, here I am, if I try to go out through this wall, he's just going to do an edit and shoot and kill me. So I'm going to hide behind the cone right here. This covers your head. So if he does any edit within these 2 rows, you now have the right hand peek using his cone. So if he does, you know, a window edit right here, and you can tell that he's going to re-peek from here, you can just go like that and hide behind it. Sure, if he does, you know, this edit, and then you can attack this. But let's say he's holding the cone in the box, and he resets, so he does this edit, and then he resets this wall. Then you take the wall. You always have a play, so sometimes the best play isn't running away from the walls, because that's just what they expect. Let's say, you know, you get the cone in the box. This is where the peanut butter peak would come in, because you can jump up and shoot up here, or this one would come in, or this one. You can kind of do this one, but that one's a little bit more weird. And I mean, maybe would this work? Yeah, that would work too. Now, so recap: if you're doing a window, you can go like this, but you have to be careful. Because if your opponent can recognize, okay, he owns the wall, and he's positioned himself here, he might phase himself. This is defensive phase himself. So when you do this window edit, he has a free shot on you, and then he can run away. Or, you know, let's say he phases him, and he just goes forward and phases up after he pumps you. That's an option. That's why when you place this stair here, you have to be, you know, already moving to the left, do the edit, peek like this, do the edit, peek like this, twin it this way, peek like this, but you kind of give him an angle. You can do, you know, across here, re-peek, whatever you want to do. Next one, this is probably one of my favorite edits if I decide to drop down. So this is the opponent's box here. He owns this wall. I drop down and I'm on a stair like this. You know, I hit the wall while I'm dropping. I get it, that's it. Pretend he has a cone in the box. I get the wall. I do this edit here. He's in the back. He's right back here. I do this edit right here, and I use this to give myself a right hand peek on him. Now, if we go back in his perspective, he can still see me, but it's like such a weird angle. You know, they're expecting the peanut butter peek like this from you, or like something like this. And if you do an edit like this, sure, he can flick you, but he can't like actually hit you for as much as you can hit him, because again, you have the right hand peek. So you peek like this, or you go all the way back here and you peek him, something like that. And you use this archway here to protect you. Now, the most common mistake is you just don't even use it. You just do an edit like this, and he just pumps you, and that's it. So hopefully this video helps. The general idea is that before you do an edit, you want to make sure you are safe, and then to finish the edit off, or you're like running, you're safe, something like, I'm gonna do this edit, I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna run to the left, do this edit, let's run to the left. You know, always make sure that when you do an edit, you're re-peeking it with a right hand angle. Hopefully this helps. I don't want to say start a new series because I have a fuck ton of like series on the go or whatever, but I have an idea for one that is going to be a little bit more community involvement, and I think that would be pretty cool, just because a lot of my viewers have came from Fortnite BR University and Fortnite Competitive, those two subreddits. So if you are from those subreddits, just keep an eye out, because I might be doing something. It'll be pretty sweet. Also, once we get to 500 subs, there will be a giveaway. I don't have the specifics yet of the giveaway, but I know I'm probably going to be giving away V-Bucks because I'm a Fortnite channel. So I'll probably give away like 20 bucks, enough for like a legendary skin, and then enough for like a 1200 skin, and then a little special something for one person in particular. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and cheers.